Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? Happy Thursday. Good to see you all. Sorry, I still sound a bit messed up. This virus is really playing tricks with me. It's like today's got like no energy at all, but I'm gonna muddle through here, get you guys up and going into the open. Hey, Raj, what's up? Thank you all for your patience over the last couple of weeks. Really appreciate it. Yeah, the karaoke was a bad idea, right? No kidding. Man alive, I tell you. Let's drag ourselves through the open here. Now, oh man, overnight inventory was short. It actually corrected. And now, well, how it's still short. I'm looking for today on a longer time frame. I'm looking for acceptance or rejection over 7150 for longer term traders. We did another flush down, back up. We are going to open inside yesterday's range. Once again, I'm looking for a choppy open. Back and forth. I'm using the balance levels from yesterday because I wasn't feeling well, so I just used the same balance. Let's go take a look and see what happened. Of course, the most important thing is, are we going to hold yesterday's low? It's very normal given the price action, given the structure that we had overnight, a test of yesterday's low at 71.41 is something that is normal. Sorry, my chart's a little messy here. Yesterday we had a poor high, so we know exactly where the sellers are going to step in. Up here in that previous day high, there's a double top up at 71.73. I have no bias coming in the day. I think it's just going to be back and forth. Why do markets correct? Well, inventory corrections happen because markets get too short or too long. So when the market gets too short, inventory will correct or go up. If it fails to, it tells you that there's more selling than you think. If inventory is long and it fails to correct lower, it means the market is bid. How can you tell? How can you tell if it's correcting? Well, inventory was short. Actually, since my voice is a bit screwed up here, what I'm going to do, I'm not sure if you're in our room, James. I've got a lot of videos and stuff. I've got a ton of videos on this. Yeah, exactly. No problem. Because I'm still my vocal cords are still messed up. If you refer and go back to a lot of the old videos, usually it's easy to see if the close is here and all of the trading's underneath it, you look for a move up. If the close is here and all the trading's above it, you look for a move down. And then what we do is we use certain areas. Excuse me. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. I know I sound like I got cotton balls in my mouth. Hey ATL, how you doing? I'm looking for back and forth today. I'm looking for a test of see how we came down already. So a couple of things pre-market. Notice that there was a bid here. The bid moved up on the last liquidation. You look at the last liquidations and you see if the bid has moved higher, and it has. That tells you that the buy orders are stacked higher. So you don't have to waste your time with DOMs and all that stuff. Here we tagged VWAP, hit it, came back up. Now take a look at these 1 minute candles. If you come into our room at the Trading Syndicate, we have a ton of videos. And I've done at least 400 videos on YouTube. And I show you exactly how to trade it. Basically, every trade that we're taking, folks, is because of inventory corrections. When inventory gets too long, we look for shorts. When inventory gets too short, we look for longs. That's how markets work, right? Yeah, it's been, yesterday was a good distribution day, right? Yesterday we took this stuff, we sold it up here, then we put it back on sale at night. So I'm thinking 71.50 to the overnight to the close, back and forth like this. Maybe a test of the previous day low and then a move back up. Hey Kevin, how you doing? Good to have you with us, brother. Obviously, we have headline risk. You know, that's an important thing in this market. So we're going to open inside yesterday's range and inside yesterday's cost basis. Let's see what the open looks like. Right now, pre-market, the candles are a little tight. So you got tight candles. Not a lot of force one way or another. Let the market open. A nice trade I would look for, because the bid is here. I really love this kind of look below and fail trade. This was a nice look above and fail. For new traders, you can really do yourselves a favor by trading from the edge in. So this is an edge, this is an edge, right? And what you want to do is trade from the edge in, trade from the edge in. So from the outside to the middle, from the outside to the middle. Those are the best trades. Screwing around in the middle really gets people hurt, and it's quite a pain. That's where you tend to get chopped up a lot. Oh, one sec here. The nice thing about the edges are that once you understand the concept of inventory and cost basis, you understand where the goods are priced, where you should be looking for shorts, and where you should be looking for longs. Hey, Elsie, how you doing, brother? Good to see you again. Have to get you back on voice with me here when you have time. I don't know how to get two people on YouTube. We'll have to figure that out. There we go. So we're going to open up in a couple of minutes here. Let it open up. Wait for your edge. And then take the trade. Let's see if we can get anything going off the open. Yeah, yesterday's move all the way down to the 7104, 7105 area. Must have been some news-driven event. Hey, R. Croy, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, once you figure out how to trade these balance zones, your life becomes a lot easier. Now, execution is never easy, you know? Execution is never easy because the order flow is never the same twice, and that's why we have a specific method. So you only take the trade and you only do certain things. This way you're not sort of lost all the time, you know what I mean? So if you come into our trading room, we'll teach you when to take the trade, when not to take the trade. And the other thing is you have to have a valid business reason for taking a trade, right? Every trade is a business transaction. It has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, there's no reason to be in a trade. And mostly, the business reasons are either too much supply or not enough supply. So here we go. We're open. I always like to let it open and see if the low of the open holds. Okay? Remember yesterday it was choppy as hell off the open. Thanks, LC. That helps. That will help quite a bit. So first I want to find out where the bid is. Bid seems to be 71.49 quarter. The offer is 55. 55 half. That's sort of our little opening range. Let's see how that holds. Okay, so if you're long, the next area where there's going to be sellers is up here at 58. Remember, inventory is short. So this is a normal corrective move upwards. And a bit choppy. Always want to sit and watch where the sellers are going to jump in. Very important. You know when markets open, you want to look at the dealers are probably long here, right? This is distribution. When markets, when Walmart opens on Black Friday, people rush in with their money. And that's when you want to raise price and sell it to them. Then you lower the price to grab the rest of the buyers. Let's see if we can clear that 58 seller. Can we clear the 58 seller? Here we go. Yeah, and we'll look for a nice rotation, right, LC? So you can just trade it back and forth like tennis. It is choppy. So if you're a scalper, if you identify that there's a seller at 58, you can scalp short 56, 57, put your stop here, and you know the bid's at 53. So go put your bid in just above the open. Grab a couple of points. If your bids do not get filled, raise the price that you're willing to buy it. Right? In our method of trading, we use the method used in the old days. You let your orders tell you if your trade is working. So if you're short and your buy orders do not get executed, you know you have to raise price. If you're long and your sell orders do not get executed, you know you have to lower your price. This is all just common sense. And it works. There we go. Short 56, covering 53, put in a buy order at 52, pick up 2-3 points, pay the phone bill. Right? Keep life simple. No need to overcomplicate this. No, inventory is short because of what happened in the whole overnight session. Hey, Mahar, what's up, brother? It was a nice sunset picture of the beach, brother. How's the family? How's Pop? So inventory was short because all the trading was underneath the previous day's close. Sounding a little bit better. Yeah, I saw the pics of Gramps. That's cool, brother. Yes, Vancouver in the spring. It's good to see you. And we're stuck in chop. No trade here. We're going to try the 58s again. Let's see if that seller is there. Still there. A little bit of a creep above 58. Do they raise do they lift the offer or do they come back in? Gotta use your orders, bollocks. What you're looking for to hold trades long is a nice, slow, steady price action. Okay, so you can see that position is here, distribution here, sellers here, here, and here. So if you are long, that's what you're looking for. That 58 seller is still there, like Moher's Uncle Jazz. He's on the offer and he won't leave. See, what we learned in the old days was the offer really rules the market. Sellers will set price according to order flow that comes in. So if there's a lot of buying, they'll raise price. If there's no buying, they have to price compete and lower price and get rid of their product. So if you're still long and it holds 58, you're looking for around 61 and a half. And here we go. But it's going to be a choppy ride. I still remember when I told your uncle, why don't we let the stock breathe and sell higher? Oh my God. He chewed my ass out. Oh my God. It was probably one of the best lessons I ever learned. You know, it was on studs, on Scottsdale. And we were at $5. And he just wouldn't let the thing over 5. We were choking the shit out of the stock. And I'm like, why don't we lift the offer you can sell higher? And he just tore a strip off of me. I learned a very valuable lesson that day about liquidating stock. Oh man, I miss him. All right, seller at 61 and a half, just like we said there would be. Okay. Now if we lift that 61 half, you're going to be looking just under 64. Now everybody knows where yesterday's close is, so they will sell the close. Be aware of that if you are long. My short sellers, I'd be looking for a look above and fail of 68, 69. Fast shorts are okay. If you identify a seller, hit it and bid, that's good. But you got to be quick. You got to be quick. Okay, there's a seller just around 60, 62 and change. Let's see if it lingers or if it sells off properly. The worst kind of short is when you get into a short and the price action just lingers. That sucks. Just see? There you go. It's always good to use a 1 minute chart. Look at the highs of these candles. That's where the sellers will step in. Size traders will always step in where they stepped in before. It's one of the simplest things in candle chart structure. Gosh, say that 5 times really fast. That's one of the things about candle chart structure. All right. Yeah, it's a sticky market, right? Exactly. In the old days, you could short something, you'd hit it, and it would just drop. Those were the best kind of shorts. But if you hit it and it sticks, it's kind of like when you're in a bar fight and you punch the guy in the face as hard as you can, and he just kind of shakes his head and smiles, and you're like, oh shit, this is gonna be tough. Right? It's like those, it's like those movies. They punch the guy and he just grins. Right? They don't just drop right away. It's the same thing in short selling. Right? You need sellers to short. Right now, the sellers see buyers, so they're raising price, which is a pain in the ass when you're short. That's why I like the look above and fail, because then the sellers engage and push price down. See, we're still in the front end of the move. Yeah, that double top definitely, Raj. And it is a pain to go long here. That's why, Howard, we want to trade from the edge. Now, I'm not feeling well, so I'm not trading this week because I just don't feel like losing money for no reason. Right? I'm not sharp. I can see things, but I know because of this cold, my execution's going to suck. So I'll start trading again next week and I'll start using the micro, ease back into it. This kind of price action, someone was saying, JJ, there's not a lot of edges. And that's the kind of market we're in right now. It's a bit of a difficult market to trade, right? So you have to trade less. You have to wait for your opportunity. You really, really got to be a sniper, you know? All-time highs, and we're in the middle of a war, all-time highs, and, we're going to have some earnings, right? So there's always something, right? It's never really calm. Let's see if this little red candle holds. There's going to be sellers at the close here. So if you're short here, your stop's above the close. But I hit it when, see, it's sticky. See how sticky it is. It's funny. And a lot of people will come to me, they'll go, JJ, it's going up. Why are you talking about shorting? Because I know everybody's thinking about shorting, right? Because as soon as price starts going up, everybody automatically goes, I'm not going to buy it because it's too expensive. I'm going to short it. That is the natural reaction for people, right? Because they miss the move up, they want to grab the move down. Let's see if these sellers step in. No, not yet. Clearing 65, we're looking for 68, my friends. 68. There's 6 half. Can we get a 67 print? Come on now. Oh, I haven't looked at the 4-hour chart in a long time. Thanks, Joe. Hmm. Give it some time. Give it a little bit of time. creeping up on 68. Yeah, it is like a snake charmer. So we got a 67 print. Let's look and see if we can get up to the 68s. Here we go. There's 68. Now, if we take out the overnight high, you're going to run some stops, okay? Nice work, X. So we're at 4 times cost basis. The gray area will be 8. Okay. Let this candle develop. I do not see a short just yet. If you are short, on a look above and fail of the overnight high, your stop will be 71. You probably don't want to spend more than that. Here you go, short, stop 71, put in some bids just underneath, just here at 65. Go bid 65. So say you're short 67 down to 65. If you don't get a fill at 65, go cover for smaller traders. Oh, sure. Cost basis is 24 to 30. I used the same cost basis as yesterday because basically this morning I was running a fever, so I didn't mess with it. The levels worked yesterday, so I just left them for today. Here we go. Coming down to 65. Come on, come on. There we go. So 67, 68 down to 65, a couple of points. If you're still short, you should be bidding. Yeah, there you go. There's a liquidation. There you go. Look above, fail. Short, stop, bid, 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 bid. Probably come down to 58. Nice. So you just got to wait for it, right? How many people got smoked on the way up? That's the front end of the move. This is the back end of the move. Front end, back end. You always want to short the back end of the move, right? Well done, Howard. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. 3 points, man. That's all you need. And the better you get at it, when you do 3 points on 5 or 10 contracts, that's when it really pays, right? 3 points doesn't sound like a lot. But on 5 contracts, it's $750. It's not bad money. Hey, well done. You're going to get your first payout. TBD, well done. Beautiful. That's what I like to see. Beautiful. And for you guys, who use, excuse me, the trade copier, that's much better, right? Three point, 3 points, 5 contracts over 3 or 4 accounts. Hey, now you're cooking with gas. Found the bid at 59, right back up. Let's see if that seller steps in at 68 again. Well, that's it. We like to see that. That's what we like to see. Good, good, good. Now it's going to chop around for a little bit. A little bit of chop. So this right here, we're taking this, retailing it out here, put it on sell, sell, brought in buyers. Remember, folks, it's just a sales chart. It's just telling you how sales are going. Okay, what's next? Yeah, there you go. He copied these trades across 5 accounts. He's getting a $4,000 payout. Gotta love it, right? Beautiful. That's what we want. We want our traders to get paid. You guys spend a lot of time sitting in front of this thing, a lot of heartache, a lot of hard work. We want you to get paid. You have to get paid. Nice. Okay. So did not did not have enough juice to take out yesterday's high. Now we're going to come down and see where we have to discount it to. If you're short again, as long as the offer is moving lower, you're okay. If we start taking out that 63, be careful on the short side. You guys have any questions in the room? Hopefully the voice is back next week. Well, and we'll start doing our sessions in the room again with our execution lab on our advanced trading concepts. We'll start doing some work on equities as well. Before I got sick, I was doing live commentary on equities. especially those pre-market little gappers. Those are always fun. Once you understand the business that's taking place, it gets a lot easier to trade. And most of you guys can trade pre-market in equities, right? Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, just been resting the voice. And for my coaching students who are listening, I'll be back at it next week. If you need any help at all, just DM me and I will type out the answers. I don't mind doing that. I'm just trying to save my voice so I don't waste any more of your time next week. I want to make sure I get things going again. Hate being sick. Hell, in the old days, I could trade with pneumonia and just no worries. Ah, TBD, I sent you a message. What I love about futures is that there is no stock borrows, no PDD rule. Hey, you're welcome, Tequila. Good stuff. Yeah, Jim paved the way. What I like to do is I like to take Dalton's teachings and kind of make it a bit more practical. So we use the profile kind of like a map of the city, and then we use the 1 minute candles to actually execute. You know, hope Jim is doing well. Well, folks, I'm gonna hop right now. I'm gonna keep the voice, keep resting these vocal cords. Otherwise, my girlfriend's gonna kill me if I lose my voice again. I will see you tomorrow morning. Oh, while I'm on here, we do have a 3-day trial in the room. Come in, give it a shot for 3 days. We only charge 19 bucks a month, and I promise you'll learn more in a month with us than anywhere else. For information you can actually use to make money. Thanks everyone for your time. I really appreciate you guys. Trade safe. We're all the way back to position at VWAP. Thanks everyone. We'll see you tomorrow morning for the London session. Appreciate all of your help and support over this last couple of weeks. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful trading day. Bye for now.